Shalom, shalom, family. Welcome once again to Shabbat Night Talk. My name is Uzziel Lewi. I'm one of the teachers at Congregation Beit Da'ad Kakma. Thanking the Creator of heaven and earth for life, food, clothing, and shelter, knowledge, wisdom, and understanding. Thanking the Creator of heaven and earth for all of your lives. And I'm grateful to this mighty King for all things and everything. We almost say hallelujah. And grateful once again to be here before the children of the Most High God and giving glory to His high and holy name. I guess it's going to take a while for everybody to know that I'm on, but Shabbat Shalom, beautiful forever. Shabbat Shalom, Migdalia Yisrael, and everybody who's joining us right at this moment. China White, Shabbat Shalom to you. And yes, I'm sad to say that we did lose a brother this past week. He was put away today. Even our brother Avi Rachamim. I believe his name means my father's merciful. He is the youngest brother of our sister Yemima, who's always here online with us. Yemima Prescott. When you see that screen name, well, she lost her youngest brother, and also Naqueva, Zakar, and there's one more brother, and a slew of cousins and bunch of people that they were related to, that he was related to. So we pray that the Most High God be with the family and help them to heal. Our sister Yemima, all of the family members who support us constantly, who are always on the channel. Thanking the brothers, Chief Benyamin and Chief Meku, and all the brothers that went out there, More Arania, Otanu, and Akumlea, and all the brothers who went out there to send the brother away right. And blessed be the Most High God. So yes, our brother Avi Rakhamim, you might know Zakar, the singer. That's also his younger brother. He passed away, 34 years old. It's tough to put away young people, but the Most High God knows His will and what He does, and the Most High God gives and He takes away. Blessed be His name. And all we could do is remember the people and pray that the Most High God will have mercy on all of us, and we are able to consider. Hallelujah. China White say, Avi always had me watching this channel, and I thank him because I'm still here today. Hallelujah. So there you go. He encouraged people to come on, to listen, to gain understanding. And from what I understand, a lot the neighbors, at the funeral were saying things, of that manner when it came to the Shabbat and places like that, and times like that, that he was always stern and about the Shabbat day. So we thank the Most High God for what He does for us, and we pray that the Most High God will bless the brother's memory. Yes, so if our sister Yemima comes on tonight, everybody send out your love to her, because that was her youngest brother. All right, that was the baby from her mother side. So, and if you heard Zakar, all the songs that we did together. Some of y'all might know him. You might, if you hear the music, you'll know who I'm talking about. The brother who sings with the high voice. That was his youngest brother. So yeah, we're grateful to the Most High God. Condolences out to the Prescott and Dunn family, and praying that the Creator will continue to strengthen us and protect us and keep us. So how's everyone out there? I hope that everyone has had a blessed week. I hope that even if you had a rough week, that you will be in good spirits because it's a Shabbat day. I'll ask everyone to just share your just to share the stream. Let everybody know that we're on. I'm about ready to do that right now, because I just started kind of like suddenly. I didn't do anything to prepare it or anything, but I just started suddenly. Shabbat Shalom, Maury Tavel. Shabbat Shalom, Devorah Mack. I'm talking about Avi, Zakar's younger brother. Zakar, the singer, Deborah Mack. I'm talking about Avi Rachamim. You might not know him because he was the youngest. But if you know Zakar, well, it was his youngest brother. And our sister Yamima, who comes on with us, who's a member of d.c.b, who comes on with us. Yes, that's her youngest brother also. All right, so that's what I'm talking about. He he will come out every so often, but he'll come out to the Unity shop told to the holy days, things of that nature. And unfortunately, he passed away. So we pray to the Most High God and ask that the Most High God will have peace on the family once again. Let me see. How's everyone out there? How is your peace of mind? How is what did you guys have for food? I hope it was enjoyable. You had an enjoyable meal. We have a slight change of venue for everyone who've seen us have our Unity shop tote. We usually have it at the Restoration under the tent. Well, this year is going to be indoors. We're going to, we basically have it, but we're going to get a school that seats about 400 people. Stage, the whole works. We're going to be in a school actually doing the Unity Shabbat. So, yes, just look for that. We're going to be in Brownsville. So, for all the Brooklynites, you know where Brownsville is at. We're going to have the address, the name, the number of the school so that everybody can start making preparations. You know that these Unity Shop tote are an event, and it's I love it because it brings us all together. You know what I mean? It brings us together, and we have fun in praising the Most High God and giving glory to the Creator. That's the part that I like the most. Not so much the talking and stuff like that, because I'll give it up to someone else, you know. I give it up to a person that's better than me. I don't need to talk. Y'all hear me talk all the time, so this time we could hear from all the people who we don't hear from, and they could elaborate and expound on the word of God and send a peace and love to everyone that tunes in. Right? So, yes, we're going to be in Brooklyn, in Brownsville, and we should have good fun. And then, you know, and in a way, having it indoors kind of it makes it better security wise. We don't have to, it's 2 exits. We know what we're covering, and people are not out in the open. The tent is definitely a beautiful thing because the neighborhood gets to hear it, and we would have liked to have had the tent this year, but it didn't work out for us. So look forward to it being indoors this year. And last year was kind of nippy also, but we still enjoyed ourselves. Shabbat Shalom, Sister Monica. Let me see. Okay. She said lazy day, Chinese food from Eden Walk. I've been there a couple of times too, sis. Eden Walk food is good though. Their food is good. Yes, last year we had it outdoors. Yeah, we had it outdoors. So we had it outdoors actually 2019, 2018. Right? So the outdoor gives it a nice, because it's a nice large tent, holds about 300-400 people. It gets packed. People get to walk by. Sorry to those sisters who I see y'all. You know what I mean? I'm not gonna say nothing. They on any other Shabbat, put it like this, on any other Shabbat they wouldn't be at Shabbat, but they come, they stand right outside the tent because it's an outdoor public event, and they still get to enjoy the festivities. So I ain't mad at y'all. I'm not mad at y'all. And y'all telling all the sisters, no, don't touch me, don't hug me, I'm okay. I see y'all out there. Well, this year you ain't gonna be able to do that. We're gonna be indoors. All right. So we hope that everybody is able to make it. We hope that all you sisters are able to make it. Which I know all of y'all ain't gonna be able to make it. But just know it's on May 23rd. All right. 2020, May 23rd. So yes, family. I hope that you enjoy yourself and you come out. And if not, if you can't make it out, we always find a way to put it live. So, Chief Uz is always going to try to bring it to you live. I try to negotiate with people. When I went down to North Carolina, I spoke to the leader down there, Saar Haron. Had to go through the obstacle of Avishadai. And then my brother, Morey Tavel, got me to speak to his uncle, Saar Haron. And then we was able to make it happen. Right? And people were happy. Turned out to be pretty good. People appreciated it. So that's how we're going to work it out this year. So everybody out there, just be ready, be prepared. Let everybody know we're going to be in Brownsville this year, celebrating and having fun. And praising the Creator. So, don't forget tomorrow during the afternoon service, I already got the post ready. Let me see if I can find it over here on the d.c.b channel. Let me see if I can find it. I want everybody to tune in tomorrow. We're going to have the young people are going to have a panel on whether or not voting is okay according to Torah. Voting in this land, like casting your vote to put a public official into office, that sort of stuff. So what I'm going to do is, let me see. Let me open this up. Right here. I'm going to share the link with all of y'all. The topic is Israelites voting. Is there a scriptural choice? It's going to be tomorrow afternoon. I'm pressing all the wrong buttons. All right. Let me share this with y'all. Hopefully it'll allow me to share it. Hopefully it'll post. So that's the link right there. You can open it up to see what we're talking about. That's going to be tomorrow. All right? Or today, but later in the afternoon. So yeah, that's it. I don't think I have anything else to say in terms of that. Let me see. I want to go over Isaiah chapter 3. I know that our brother Adon Elquana went over it last week, but I want to hit on some points in it. He did a good job in going over these chapters. I just wanted to bring out some more because these are powerful chapters. So Isaiah chapter 3, or Yeshayahu. Isaiah is Yeshayahu, right? Is the book of Yeshayahu. Chapter 3, starting from verse 1, and it reads, start out, hallelujah. For behold, the Lord, Yahweh of hosts, doth take away from Jerusalem and from Judah stay and staff, every stay of bread and every stay of water. So now, if you're looking at your book, right? Usually, where we see the word Lord, right? The Lord, we substitute it with the name of the Most High. But I want you to notice one thing in verse 1, right? How the first, for behold, the Lord. So that doesn't make sense, right? To have a double, to double up on the name of the Most High at that period of time. But notice what the writers of the book did, right? Now remember, wherever the name of the Most High is substituted with the Lord. And all the letters are in capital letters. So when we see that second Lord, everything is in capital letter, L-O-R-D. That is the name of the Creator. That's when you know they're speaking about Yehovah, right? But you see the first Lord in verse 1. It has a capital L, but all the other letters are in lowercase, right? That is talking about my Lord, literally my Lord, not the name of the Most High, or Adon or Adoni, right? My Lord, my Master. I believe is the interpretation for my Lord. So when we read it in Hebrew, verse 1, it says, Ki, Hine, right? For behold, Ha-Adon, the Lord. Ha is the, Adon is Lord, Yehovah, right? So for Ki, Hine, Ha-Adon, Yehovah. So Adon, or Adoni, or Adonai, those are is all master, right? Adon, the Lord, Yehovah. All right, so these are just little nuances that you see when you study and when you read, right? When you see it like that, that's why if you notice when I was reading it last week, I was saying, for behold, the Lord Yahweh of hosts, right? I wasn't saying, for behold, Yahweh of hosts, right? Because in the Hebrew, it's not saying Yahweh, it's saying Ha-Adon, right? The Lord. So I hope you understand what I'm saying and I mean what I just broke down. Doth take away from Jerusalem and from Judah stay and staff, every stay of bread and every stay of water. So the prophet is saying that the Most High God is taking away all the things that make us comfortable, the stay, the staff, right? The stay of water, the stay of bread. These are the things that keep a nation going. If you have storehouses and you have food to eat, you get what I'm saying? It's like when we were in that wilderness for 40 years, the Most High God fed us manna, he fed us quail, he gave us water. That was our stay, right? The manna was our stay of bread, right? And the stay of water was wherever we went, the Most High God always made a way for us to have something to drink, right? For the exception of those times when we started to murmur against the creator of heaven and earth, right? And then the Most High God caused Moses, his prophet, to be able to draw forth water from rocks, show you the power of the creator. So that's our stay, right? So the Most High God takes that away from us. So when the Most High God takes that away from you, what creeps in? Starvation, hunger, but also with starvation and hunger, creeps in cutthroats, robbers, murderers, because it really tests your resolve to see whether or not you're going to serve the creator, right? Because when things get tough, certain people, characters and personality come out, right? Because survival mode, when you go into survival mode, that means you'll be willing to hurt someone to take something that doesn't belong to you. So these are the things that we have to think about when the Most High God take away the stay of bread and the stay of water, right? These are mainstays, things that sustain us and that keep us going. Verse 2, the mighty man and the man of war, the judge and the prophet and the diviner and the elder, the captain of 50 and the man of rank and the counselor and the cunning charmer and the skillful enchanter. And I will give children to be their princes, and babes shall rule over them. So the Most High God took away our leadership, the priests, the kings, the princes, anything that will be a figurehead that will be able to educate us and give us advice. Anything that would give us guidance or leadership, the Most High God say he stripped that away from, or the prophet is saying that the Most High God is stripping all that away from us, the counselor, the prophet. It says here, it said Gibor, the mighty man, where Ish Milchama, and the man of war. Milchama is war, Ish is man. Now I'm not going to be able to interpret all of this, but it says Shofet Navi, right? The prophet, the judge, the Shofet, and the Navi, the prophet. It says where same, where Saquain, right? The diviner. I don't know if that word is per se diviner, but a diviner will be more so like someone like a prophet or someone who could foretell the future in the same lines as a prophet. And then it says, and where's Zaquin? Moray Tavel, you could correct me on that if I'm wrong once you hear this. Because the word for that I'm looking for here is Wekozem. That's a wav. Well, the root is kuf, samek, mem, sofit, right? And then it says here, the captain of 50 says sar, kamishim, right? So sar is captain or could be chief. And kamishim is 50. Saying the man of rank. It says unsu, panim. And the counselor. Where your eights, wakakam. And the cunning charmer. Karashim, un bone, lachash. So, the Most High God has taken all these things away. And it shows the condition of the people at this time, because now we got all these different types of leaders. We got enchanters and charmers, all the people we look up to. The Most High God say he's taken all that away from us, right? He's taken away all the people we look up to for advice and all these things, just like he's took away the water and the bread. This is part of us going into captivity now. We're staring down at the Babylonian captivity. Israel is already, at this time, already under the rulership, or got taken into captivity by the Assyrians. So now, Judah is being warned about their evil and their wicked ways. All right? And the Most High God is warning them. But these prophecies tend to be twofold prophecies that fit one generation and fits another. The Most High God is clever in the way he brought down prophecy, because we could read it today and we could relate to it. Right? That the Most High God takes away our leadership. Right? The Most High God took away, and if we read on, it's going to speak on it. Saying, I will give children to be their princes, and babes shall rule over them. So children shall be their princes. Today, children being their princes is very prevalent. Today, the children run the parents. The parents are scared of the children. Right? Children tell the mother, you're going to give me that money. You're going to give me that $20. After she worked for it and she got to pay bill, and he or she is just sitting at home doing nothing. So they rule over them, the babes, and I will give children to be their princes. We see it today. We see it in everything that we do, right? And in our lifestyle, as our children grow and they just become caught up in the world and following the things that they see on TV, being disrespectful. That's why you got to check that at the door, because the television teaches our children a lot of wrong. The television teaches our children to accept a lot, right? So we living in that time all over again. As it was said back then, we living in those days today. And it reads here and it says, verse 5, and the people shall oppress one another, every man his fellow, and every man his neighbor. The child shall behave insolently against the aged, and the base against the honorable. Isn't that true? Right? And the people shall oppress one another. Don't we oppress one another? Neighbor get into argument and fights with each other. I mean, you literally live next door to each other. And you get into a fight, into an argument. Like cats and dogs, when you're supposed to love your neighbor. And you're supposed to dwell confidently by the side of your neighbor. But neighbors today fight like cats and dogs. And they hate each other. Every man his fellow and every man his neighbor. The child shall behave insolently against the aged, and the base against the honorable. Children disrespect neighbors. Back in the days, it was never like that. When a neighbor saw you do wrong, they could whip your behinds and bring you back to your parents. And then your parents whip your behind again. Today, you better not put your hands on that child. That child might haul off and beat the living heck out of you. But back then, there was no such thing. So today, we're repeating the same thing. We're repeating the same thing today, the same behavior that the prophet Isaiah gave us back then. And like I told you, these prophecies come twofold. They come for different generations, and we're reliving this prophecy right now as I speak. It says, verse 6, for a man shall take hold of his brother of the house of his father. Thou hast a mantle, be thou our ruler, and let this ruin be under thy hand. So the guy said, look, he get his own blood relative, brother, come out of the same wound and said, look, you got a mantle, go out there, be our leader, and that way you could be our scapegoat. We'll have somebody to point the finger at. Don't have no love for your own brother. You want him to be scapegoated. So you're willing, in other words, it's saying you're willing to sell your brother down the river and allow whatever calamity will come upon him, or calamity will come upon your sister. These are the things that we have to think about. You know, these are the things that we have to think about. It says here, verse 7, in that day shall he swear, saying, I will not be a healer verse 7, in that day shall he swear, saying, I will not be a healer, for in my house is neither bread nor mantle. You shall not make me ruler over people. So the brother, and that day the brother going to say, you're not going to make me a ruler of this people so that they could eat me up and accuse me and then want to stone me to death. Nobody's going to want to take that leadership, not like that. It says here, verse 8, for Jerusalem is ruined and Judah is fallen, because their tongue and their doings are against Yahweh, to provoke the eyes of his glory. For Jerusalem is ruined and Judah is fallen, because their tongue and their doings are against Yahweh. So when you are against the Most High God, you bring to yourself destruction and ruin. These are things that we have to keep in mind. We have to keep our hands clean. We got to keep our thoughts pure. And we have to understand and acknowledge that Yah is king. And besides him, there is no other. Verse 9, to show of their countenance, the show of their countenance doth witness against them, and they declare their sin as Sodom. They hide it not. Woe unto their soul, for they have wrought evil unto themselves. So the evil that we bring upon ourselves is from our actions and the things that we do. So the show of their countenance doth witness against them. We do a bold face. We don't care. We do the sin with a high head, with a stretched forth neck. And they declare their sin as Sodom. They don't care. Yeah, I do this. This is my lifestyle. You can't tell me what to do. I'm going to live my life. They declare their sin as Sodom. And we know what was going on in Sodom and Gomorrah, right? I don't need to repeat it. Do I need to repeat it? I think we all pretty much smart in this room, and we understand what was going on in Sodom and Gomorrah, and that's the same thing that's going on today. and they hide it not. They hide it not. Men walking and mincing like Nashim. It's going on right in front of our faces. This is the time that it's talking about. It says here, woe unto their soul, for they have wrought evil unto themselves. Verse 10, say ye of the righteous, that it shall be well with him, for they shall eat the fruit of their doings. And this is where we come into play. The righteous shall eat the fruit of their doings, meaning if we put in good, good shall come out. So we, in the midst of all the evil, we have to keep our righteousness. In the midst of all the evil, we have to continue to be a righteous people before the Creator. In the midst of all the evil and all the deception and the things that are going on before us, the disrespect of the children and all the things that happen, we have to keep faith, keep our face, and understand that Yahweh will not accept us in that manner. And the righteous will always be acknowledged. We have to keep those things in mind. Verse 11. Woe unto the wicked, it shall be ill with him, for the work of his hands shall be done to him. Woe unto the wicked, right? It shall be ill with him. So the opposite of the righteous is the wicked, and if the wicked continues to live in their wickedness, then it shall not go well with them. It shall be ill with them, for the work of his hands shall be done to him. The evil that he puts in, right? You reap what you sow. So you put in evil, and return, guess what you're going to get? Evil. It's as simple as that. It says here, verse 12, as for my people, a babe is their master, and women rule over them. O my people, they that lead thee cause thee to err, and destroy the way of thy path. So now let me explain this. As for my people, babe is their master. Like I explained earlier, the children overrun the parents. And the people fell victim to that and accept it, right? You could be on the train and it's a 12, 13-year-old boy and girl and they cursing up a storm. Back in the days when we were younger and we seen an elder come and we were talking inappropriately, we will curve that conversation. When certain things were being done, when young people were doing things that they were not supposed to be doing, and an elder came, they hid it, they put it away, they walked away, they never did the things that these children are doing today. Or some of these children, not all, because they're all not on that level. But this is all part of the condition of the battle that we find ourselves in. Understand what I'm saying? It says, and women rule over them. Now, the natural course that the Most High God said, and sisters, you should not get offended over this, because you have great women that were prophetess, that were women of renown. Sarah told Abraham to send off his the servant. Abraham didn't want to do it. God told Abraham to listen to his wife Sarah. Right? So it's not that women cannot be in a position of power of authority, but when we look at the structure of a home, the man is the head of the home. And the man is the one that has to answer for whatever goes wrong in the home. So therefore, the man is the ruling factor in the home, right? Not saying that he cannot speak with his wife and come to an understanding, because that is his wife, that is his other half, right? It says a man shall leave his father and his mother, and he said, and he shall cleave unto his wife, and they shall become one. So you become one, your ideas, your thoughts, your patterns, and everything. But the figurehead of the home is the man. And if he allows, it's like when we look at Ahab, right? With Jezebel. Jezebel led Ahab, right? And that became an evil. Understand what I'm saying? When we're talking about instances like this, then that becomes an evil before the Most High God, because as a man, you're supposed to take charge and supposed to take charge in a righteous manner, also talking to your wife and letting things come to play. Now, naturally, you have a wife that might be more astute than you. Like, she might be a wife that does taxes, that do certain things. Those are, your wife wields power. But when it comes to answering to the Most High God, it's the man that has to answer. It says here, verse 13, the Lord standeth up to plead and standeth to judge the people. So God standeth up to plead. God doesn't really have to plead, but he loves his people. And you remember the promise that he made to Abraham. But God would also judge us. He will not let the wrong that we do slide by and not allow us to continue in the evil that we're doing and go unpunished. God is not like that. It says because time has gone past, we think that we have gotten away with the sin, but God is not like that. The Creator is not like that. The Most High, Elohim, he's not like that. It says here, verse 14, Yahweh will enter into judgment with the elders of his people and the princes thereof. It is ye that have eaten up the vineyard, the spoil of the poor is in your houses. So the Most High God is starting to point out the injustices of the leadership, the elders and the princes taking advantage of the people. And these are the things that we begin to see. The elders and we could look at them as the Creflo Dollars and all these people that feed themselves of the flock and of the people, right? So God said he's coming to judge the elders first, the leadership first, because the leadership is who causes the people to go astray. And that's what I'm talking about with the man being the head of the household, because you could cause your house to go astray, right? So it is with leadership. You could cause the house to go astray. So God said he's coming to visit all the leadership for causing the people to go astray. It reads here, verse 15. What mean ye that ye crush my people and grind the face of the poor, saith the Lord, the God of hosts? So what he said, what mean ye that ye crush my people and grind the face of the poor, saith the Lord, the God of hosts? Yeah, how dare you be in the leadership that you feel like you could get away with destroying my people and abusing them and using them and all sorts of stuff, taking advantage of the young daughters in the church, taking advantage of the goodwill of the people. Most High God says he's coming to visit each and every one of them for doing that. Verse 16, moreover, Yahweh said, because the daughters of Zion are haughty and walk with stretched forth necks and wanton eyes, walking and mincing as they go and making a tinkling with their feet. So now it's beginning to describe the daughters of Zion and what they do. And the daughters of Zion, we see them today. Right? The daughters of Zion fall into a lot of categories, right? We got daughters of Zion that's out here just, as we would say, wilding out, doing whatever they want to do, mincing with wanton eyes. They lock eyes with you, right? And stretch forth necks. They just walking like they God's gift to the world, right? And not caring and not thinking and being loose, being extra loose. If my baby girl Amachi is out there still listening, or if she's still up, shalom, baby. Abi loves you. I forgot to say that at the beginning. She always get up when she see me on the screen. It says here, verse 17, therefore the Lord will smite with the scab the crown of the head of the daughters of Zion, and Jehovah will lay bare their secret parts. Once we begin to fall into evil and unrighteousness, the Most High God begins to strip us of our beauty. Right? Baldness, scabs, hair start falling out. Because we fell into the things that we were not supposed to fall into. Right? These are the things that bring on all these things, different type of stresses, what you put your body through and all the things that you allow yourself to go through cause all these effects to come upon you, right? We cause our own baldness by putting these chemicals on our daughters' hairs, right? That we didn't know the results of it was going to be. It burns off the follicles in their hair because you decided you were going to put this thing on your child, but you didn't do it right. So it burnt off the hair, but it didn't only burn off the hair, but it burnt off the follicle. So now no hair grows anymore. Baldness and scabs. Baldness with a scab, and when you put that perm up there because it's lye and there's all these chemicals, it burns you and it leaves a scab. Our God is great. It's teaching us and it's showing us ourselves today. What our people went through. You get that hot comb so hot, man, if you pray that your mother didn't hit your scalp. You hope, and that heat that used to come off that comb, you could see it steaming with that pomade or whatever they used to put, that hair grease they used to put on. I used to see my cousins go through just to straighten out your hair to look like a people that don't care nothing about you. But we didn't know any better. But this is all part of it. This is all part of us going into that state of mind, and the Most High God stripping away our beauty. And we stripped away our own beauty, thinking that we were making ourselves beautiful. And all we was doing is ruining ourselves, destroying ourselves. Now your hair can't grow anymore. Now the follicles is burnt out. Now you don't know what to do. It says here, and listen to this carefully. Therefore, the Lord will smite with a scab the crown of the head of the daughters of Zion, and Jehovah will lay bare their secret parts. Tell me that's not true. Come on. Lay bare their secret parts. There's nothing left to the imagination anymore. There's nothing left. When we were young, women covered themselves up, and there's something was left to the imagination. If you felt like a woman was beautiful or shapely, you could try to look through her clothes, but today they showing it to you. And every which way, the videos, Megan Thee Stallion, Nicki Minaj, Cardi B, they showing it to you. There's nothing left to the imagination. You got all types of stuff. All these women, they're just showing it to you. Even the ones that are not as appealing to everyone, right? They showing it to you. Lizzo, whatever her name is. You got the nerve to come out there with your behind out, right? And I'm not saying anything because our women come different sizes and shapes, but you got to have some self-respect. But the prophecy is showing you that this is what's happening. They bearing their secret parts. They don't care anymore. It's part of the punishment that came upon us. It says here, and that day the Lord will take away the bravery of their anklets and the fillets and the crescents. No more things to make you beautiful, right? When these girls, when our daughters were young, the mothers used to put the bobo in. I remember they used to put bobos in barrettes, and they used to tie like ribbons on their braids, and it was a beautiful thing. Now you know what they traded that in for? You see the little 5 and 6 and 7 and 8 and 9 and 10-year-old little girl with long weaves on when the girl got natural hair. But now you got to have the long weave on. You got to have weave and all types of stuff. You trade all that in. The beauty of your naturalness for wanting to look like somebody else. That's why I love when our sisters went back to their naturals. You know what I mean? Now, some of us come with different texture hair. Some of us have straighter hair because of admixtures of, Israel come in different shapes, colors, sizes. We come differently. Everybody Israel don't look like me, or like, you got Israel that are Israel, but might have straighter hair. You know what I mean? And this is not a knock on our brothers and sisters that are Israel that are like that, or the lighter hue side of us. But we do have to teach self-love to those who've been beaten down for so long. But in teaching ourselves self-love, it doesn't mean that we have to put down our other brothers and sisters who might not go through some of the problems that some of the other brothers and sisters go through and how they made us feel. So it's all of our jobs to make ourselves feel great about ourselves, right? Whether you're lighter, whether you're darker, we're not supposed to continue to perpetrate those stigmatisms that they put upon us, because we're going to have brothers and sisters that are going to come back looking like what we will call quote unquote Spanish people. But they are of Israelite descent. We have to respect that. We have to know that Israel is going to come back like a bouquet of flower, a speckled bird. We have to respect that. But we speak to our people that's been put down for so long in this place, that was made around the world to look like criminals and pimps and whores, prostitutes, maniacs, killers, murderers, robbers. That's all Hollywood put out there. The image that Hollywood put out there of a black man and a black woman into the world. That's why when you go to any part of the world, that's what they look at us as, because they looked at all those movies in Hollywood where we were portrayed as servants, mammies, sambos, coons, cutthroat robbers, non-courageous, always afraid, bowing down. That's what they put out there. That's what they did to us. Go back to you. Go back to who you are. Learn to love yourself. Grow your locks. Love your naturalness. Now, I know they have some people out there with some issues that cannot help why they might put on a wig, right? There's certain diseases out there where your hair falls out. And now some women, they'll rock the baldy, they'll look beautiful, but some women won't. They might not have the shaved head for that. They might not have the figure for that. And listen, I'm not telling you how to make yourself feel beautiful, right? But you could wrap that turban. You could do certain things, right? And you have to feel beauty in yourself. You can't look outside of you to find beauty. You have to find beauty within yourself, right? And take care of yourself. That's what you have to do, brothers and sisters. You can't look at yourself and put yourself down and denigrate yourself and put yourself in you in a rut, and you crying and you thinking and you looking in the mirror and you wish you looked like this one and you wish you looked like that one. Heck no. God made you the way that you are, and you beautiful the way that you are. If he made you dark And as tar, you're beautiful. Dark as tar. If he made you high yellow, you're beautiful high yellow. You're one is on one side of the spectrum and one is on the other. You're all beautiful. It says here, verse 18, and that day the Lord will take away the bravery of their anklets and the fillets and the crescents. I remember at one time, women will come outside, man, with nails done, have the little ankle bracelets. That was everything to me. A woman with clean toenails done, clean feet, ankle bracelets, rollers in their hair done with a scarf. That's the only way they will come outside with their hair not done, where it was set, right? That's what they call it, right? Your hair was set with rollers. And come out. That was so that you didn't have to use that hot comb, right? So you comb that hair out and you put it in rollers so it could stay curly and it could have whatever y'all did, right? However you worked it out. You put the little crinkles in your hair or you grow your locks. This was everything. This was, you put time into yourself. You loved yourself, right? The Most High stripped all that away from us. We don't love ourselves no more. You got to go back to that, Israel. Love yourself. Don't let yourself go. Love sisters who do that. Make sure when the nail gets chipped, oh man, gotta take care. You know, y'all be giving all that money to them Koreans. Now, I don't know why y'all don't do it yourselves, but I get it. I get it. You know what I mean? I get it. You gotta stay right. Your fingernails, your toenails, you know, your pedicure, you know, all that stuff. All that stuff. You on point with it. You know what I mean? That's all part of your beauty and how you rock and how you make yourself feel good. Hey, don't forget to subscribe to the channel. If you're a first-time listener, subscribe to the channel. Hit the little bell on the side so that you can get the notifications every time we put up a video, every time we're going live. Also, don't forget to share to all your different platforms. Like the video also as is. Leave comments on the video. Right after the video is done, or if it allows you to leave comments as we're speaking. I'm not talking about the chat, just the comments, you know, the regular comments after the chat. I don't know how that works out, or if it even allows you to leave comments while I'm live. All right. So yeah, brothers and sisters, you have to love yourself. You have to love yourself. You have to love yourself. Yes, yes, yes. Because nobody else is going to love you the way you love you. So you have to love yourself. So, let me see here. Give me 1 second here. Yeah, you could leave comments while I'm on. So let us move on. It says the head tires and the armlets and the sashes and the corselets and the amulets. Our sisters wrap some of the best turbans, have some of the best headgear. I remember some few years back, the sisters was wearing this jewel piece on their foreheads, right? On their heads. That's us. No other people do that but us. The so-called Negro, the Caribbean, the West Indian, what they call us, Guyanese, Trinidadian, Colombian, Puerto Rican, Cuban, Dominican. That's us. North America, the United States. That's us. That's us, people. That's us. Nobody does it better than us. The world follows us. But the Most High God took away all that beauty and gave us ugliness. It says here, the rings and the nose jewels. No other people was doing that, man. Our sisters put in nose jewels all over the place. You know what I mean? They got nose jewels here. They got one sticking a ring, and that's us. That's our Eastern culture. That's not a European culture. That's an Eastern culture, African, Northeastern culture, Asiatic culture. Most High God said he took all that away from us. The aprons, the mantelets, and the cloaks and the girdles. We covered ourselves. Girdles is not nothing new. Women still wear girdles today, right? To keep their figure, keep that stomach in, keep it firm. I don't know how y'all do it in the dead of the summer. I feel like that's just you just sweating all the time. But hey, that's what you do to keep yourself up, to make yourself stand up right and to look beautiful and to. These are all the things that women went through in order to continue, or for them to look feminine and for them to walk with some type of class, some type of order. Women went through a lot just to look good, you know. Back in the day, today, like my teacher used to say, you get a bunch of slipper draggers that just drag slippers, come out anyhow with pajama pants on. You seen them? Pajama pants on that look like they got Zoar stains on them. They look all dingy. Beat up t-shirt with no brassiere on. I seen it all. They hair looking like whatever, like who shot you? Yeah. That's what's happening. 23, and the gauze robes, and the fine linen, and the turbans, and the mantles. Look at the beauty of our sisters. This is what God has stripped away from us, and this is what we have to come back to. 24, and it shall come to pass that instead of sweet spices, there shall be rottenness. Man, you smell so bad. Because when that time of the month comes, you're not taking care of yourself the way you're supposed to take care of yourself, or your hygiene. And instead of girdle, rags. Cut up jeans showing your cheeks out. That Daisy Duke shorts. Daisy Duke it's a European woman, Caucasian woman. Daisy Duke is not a black woman. You know what I mean? And when you get into those type of shorts, you got a lot more to show than a Caucasian woman. Those shorts is not for you. That type of clothing is not for you. It says here, and instead of a girdle, rags, and instead of curl hair, baldness. No more rollers. Now you slap that glue on your head. You actually put glue on your head. I seen man weaves, like you see it on TV. These dudes be balds. They just don't accept that they're bald. You know what I mean? And like people can't see that you get your man weave done, after you do the video and you walking out there with your man weave. I mean, these guys becoming real creative with it. But you putting glue on your scalp. Glue. Straight up adhesive on your scalp. And then you laying down some hair. I don't get it. Be a man, cut your hair low. You just bald. The books speak about that. Pattern baldness. I'm bald. I keep a keeper on my head. It's male pattern baldness. That's what it is. Except that you're a man and you get bald. Some women lose their hair. And that's why I said with every instance, I don't knock every sister that might put a wig on, because every woman is not going to walk around with a baldy. It just don't fit them. You know what I mean? So we also have to have understanding of certain things when certain things happen, right? Like if a person loses a tooth, or a woman loses a front tooth, or a man loses a front tooth or whatever, they go put a fake tooth in there, right? Because it's aesthetic. You don't want to walk around with, spitting on people and talking all funny. So people do these things, and this is cosmetic. But just to do it, and you could grow your own hair and do stuff like that, this is all part of the curse. All part of the first. It says here, and instead of a stomacher, a girding of sackcloth, branding instead of beauty. Instead of a stomacher, women put on the like I said, girdles and things to hold up their figure, their stomach, so it don't be poking out. You see, women, I seen young girls come outside and they're not pregnant. Their stomach is just big and they don't care. The t-shirt is like, you ever seen them with the t-shirt right on top of the stomach and the stomach hanging out at the bottom? And then they got that stomach here and then they got that extra stomach on the bottom? Don't care. Do not care. Do not care. Said branding instead of beauty. Tattoos, that's branding. Tattoos all over your body. That's for male and female. And that's why God is going to, and that's why the man is the head of the household, because the women follow the man into that stupidity, right? Branding themselves. Thy men shall fall by the sword, and thy mighty in the war. Thy man shall fall by the sword. And like I said last week, that sword is the egg dot, the pistol, the AK-47, the AR-15s, the M16s. These are all weapons of choice that our young men kill themselves with. That's the new sword, and we see it. I just seen in the news this week, young man from Brooklyn moved out to Hollywood, thought he was going to have a good life out in Hollywood, just making it in music. Rap name Pop Smoke. And unfortunately, someone murdered him. Home invasion. But that's a weird home invasion because they say he got shot 15 times. But our young man, just 20 years old, dying. You figure he became a rapper, you're successful now, you could get away from that. And now there's a mother and a father crying if his parents are still alive. Young man dying. And her gates shall lament and mourn, and utterly bereft she shall sit upon the ground. Talking about Jerusalem is going to be mourning for her children. I hope that you've gotten something out of it, out of this, you know. Um, I pray that the Creator will continue to be with us all. Um, I know sometimes it's difficult to see if I can find something here for us to listen to before we go out. Hallelujah. Blessed be Yahweh, our King. Yeah, I read that also. It's unfortunate that the brother had to lose his life, but that's the times that we live in. We live in very violent times, and unfortunately, all these rappers are being taken out. And before it used to be that rappers, you became a rapper to get out of the senseless violence. But it seemed like now you are a rapper and you right in the midst of the senseless violence. So I don't know what to say about that. You know, that's very unfortunate. I'm not happy about that. You know, I'm not happy about that. It's a very unfortunate thing. Very, very unfortunate. I hope that I, I don't know if they caught the assailants, the people who did it. I don't know if it was more than one or if it was two. I'm not sure. But I hope that they find them. I hope that the Most High God or that the Most High God would just cause them to be found, because that was heinous. That wasn't it wasn't good. It didn't leave a good taste in my mouth. Hallelujah. China White say I made her Friday. Todayah, all glory to the Most High. And I pray that you continue to be good. Sister Angel, did you have the baby yet? Sister Angel, did you have the baby? And if you did, what did you have? Boy or girl? Well, last week they said your water broke, so I assumed that you had the baby. You know, so what did you have? A boy or a female? As you hear some of the music in the background. Now, I had a question, right? I had a question. I was talking with someone about cuz we record our praises separately. 12 more days it'll be induced. All right. So why they said last week there was like your water broke and stuff like that, and all right. We pray that you that everything with you goes well, my sister. So yeah, I was thinking about uploading the music the teachings to something like SoundCloud so that you guys will be able to listen to it. The praising that we do during the Shabbat. Don't worry, it's not going to sound crazy like how it sounds during Shabbat, because we record it and then EQ it and then repost it to where everything is balanced. Oh, you're having a girl, you're still in the hospital. Okay. So, blessed be. We'll pray for your safe delivery. You can't take anything for granted, so everybody please send prayers up for our sister Angel. That she have a safe delivery. I think she's been in the hospital for a while, for a few days now. So we pray for you and your family and hope that the Most High God be with you. Shabbat Shalom, Oriyahu Ben Shem. So, y'all hear the music.
Come on, drummers, let's go.
Somebody messed up here.
In the morning, when I wake up, I said I give thanks to Yah.
Yeah.
To you, oh Yah, I will give my praise. I know that my Yah lives. He lives within me. He lives within you. So what you gonna do? All you have to say is Yah.
My brother Moray Arania.
Y'all ain't hear me. When I wake up, I said I give thanks to Yah. To you, oh Yah, I will give my praise. I know that my Yah lives.
Yeah.
He lives within me. He lives within you. So what you gonna do? All you have to say is Yah.
Yeah. Moray Arani always sing a song that none of us know to sing. Yeah. Yeah. Don't forget to like the video. Don't forget to like and subscribe to the channel. Don't forget d.c.b channel in the morning. I hear y'all sisters in the background.
Say what?
I hear y'all. Yeah.
Right. Nugget.
Hey, quick announcement since we got all these people on. Remember, there's been a change of venue for our Unity Shabbat this year will not be a Restoration Plaza. It will be a public school in Brownsville. We'll get you all the information by next week so that you get ready to come out and be with us and to enjoy this time with us. We got it all set up. We're going to be indoors in a school that holds about 400 people got about 400 seats. So we pray that everybody will be able to make it this year. Remember, this year will be May 23rd, right? Memorial Day weekend. Always remember that Memorial Day weekend. That's when we have it. All right? So get back to the music.
To gain the strength you see, close at hand, and make up. You better make up feast and that high.
Can y'all hear the music clear?
To the wrist. Chain that has we can cling. May let the cargo slip and sink. Repair that chain and make it. You better make it as a strength and chain. Made to last, made to last.
Yeah. Uh-huh.
Yira, yira, yira. Yahovah. Reishi, reishi, reishi. Yira, yira, yira. Yahovah. Hallelujah.
Hallelujah. And that's where I'm going to be leaving y'all tonight. Thanking the Creator of heaven and earth for all things and everything. For allowing us the opportunity to be here to praise His high and holy name. And I'm grateful to this mighty God for my life, for food, clothing, and shelter, knowledge, wisdom, and understanding. Thanking y'all for tuning in once again. Don't forget, we will be back here tomorrow, but on the d.c.b channel, 11 a.m. Eastern Time to 2 p.m. And then once again from 4 to sundown. So once again to everyone, thank you for tuning in. May the Most High God bless each and every one of you. Shalom, shalom. May your whole continue to be with Kobe Yisrael, scattered in the four corners of the earth. And don't forget to give glory to the mighty King. Hallelujah. May the Most High God bless you all. Shalom, shalom.